Alright. Time to feed the viewers. Time to feed the viewers. They want their content. Alright. I got something for them. Yeah, you. Hello, viewers. Me again. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? Alright. What do we got here? Let's see. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Updates bring Dlss for FSR, frame gen, and more. And let's see. Machine Games deliver Indiana Jones and the Great Circles to Xbox and PC gamers a couple of months ago, and since then Microsoft first-party developer has continued to ship updates to the widely received adventuring experience. Today it delivered another update. 3 is filled with new graphics features for PC gamers, but it also has a multitude of bug fixes that will be useful for everyone. Up first, Dlss 4 support. Other than improved upscaling techniques, this version touts multi-frame generation on RTX 50 series graphics card. At the same time, the studio added FSR 3.1 technology with frame gen support as well as Intel Xess 1.4, with both working on almost all graphics hardware. And let's see what we got here. And then it says, for those with enough horsepower, path tracing includes a new race trace local light option to significantly increase the quality of interior shadows. Meanwhile, path tracing is now supported on AMD and Intel graphics card too, though it does require hardware-based ray trace support and at least 16 gigs of video RAM. Alright. Yeah, so what they got here, what they got on the bug fixes, general fix an issue where players would be unable to use ladders, squeeze through walls, or climb vines. Sugathaya, particularly during the Blessed Pearl missions. What's this? Fix an issue that could prevent players from picking up certain medicine bottles in Vaitition. Fix an issue that could temporarily stop you from being able to punch or block if you had to pick up an item while the game was saving. Okay, and fix an issue where the camera would be stuck in a third person when back out of certain third person interaction. Fix an issue where the players and enemies might take damage while walking through an open door after restarting a checkpoint. Fix an issue where notes might clip through the front of the screen when inspecting them. Fix an issue where players would accidentally drop their camera or lighters while inspecting items for purchase. Fix an issue that could cause items disappear if players try to pick up their objects while the vault over objects. Fix an issue where inspectable items could be lost if picked up at the same moment and enemy purchase. Fix an issue that could make the restrict area HUD maker to be offset after restarting a checkpoint. Fix an issue where camera shake whirls would permanently occur when revisiting Gaza. Was it Gaza? And then it says fix an issue where bullets could be seen in the Luger chamber even when the gun is empty. Fix an issue where players could pour wine from their camera in the 5 sacred wounds puzzle. And fix an issue where players view could be titled after being released from the whip pull by Voss. And fix an issue that caused enemies learning an object to spin unnatural when altered by players. Yeah, see all these updates, it's all about communication. You know, you got to talk to developers. You know, you can't just be making a YouTube video and be yelling and screaming and then acting like a video game can't be fixed. You got to talk to the developers to get the updates that you need. Get it? Anyway, graphics. It says fix remaining issues where animation updates rate was inconsistent in some cutscenes. causing visible shaking and stuttering. Fix issues where the pouring water stream were not visible during the initial collapse of the ziggurat Sukhothai. Fix an issue that let players see out of whirl in Factition dig site. Yeah. Remember I told you, communication is big in video games. You got to talk to developers, you know? Yeah. Okay, now mission and quest. See how big this list is. I can go through it. It says here, mission and quest. Fix an issue where players could not take photos of Uncle, this is Sunan when revisiting Hatai, or others skipping cutscenes between the Sunan Palin. Fix an issue that could prevent collecting fried eggs and field notes in Sukhothai in Astrakhan Shard in Gaza. After restarting the checkpoint, fix an issue that could prevent players from being able to turn in radio frequencies at the radio station when revisiting Sukhothai, since Gina would not be present. Fix an issue where players could not unlock Shadows out of time achievement if they had an ancient relic placed in the puzzle board in Iraq if you did not have all 50 relics in your inventory. For players who have already completed the puzzle, simply revisiting Iraq will now unlock the achievement. And then it says fix an issue where collecting the last ancient relic for riddles for ancient did not update the counter in the UI, giving the impression that there was still another to collect. Also fix issues where this mission had no description on your map information, and certain ancient relics makers did not appear in the Sukhothai and Factition maps. Fix an issue that could prevent the players from recollecting let's see, K-Mer cogs if they change the puzzle difficulty after solving the K-Mer gate puzzle. And let's say fix an issue where players could obtain the Rebreather in the Sukhothai before getting the objective to talk to Tongdang, preventing the player from getting the next mission objective. Yeah, these developers, they work. Anyway, it says to fix an issue where the field notes could still be traced even when all the notes had been collected. Fix several issues where the unneeded notes marker would appear under the world. Fix an issue where adventure books were not shown on the map after acquiring the Ziggurat guide in Iraq. Fix an issue where ability books and guide makers appears on Sukhothai maps before players acquire the guide from Tongdang. And then fix an issue where certain map makers near the end of the Factition level did not appear on the main map, but only local maps. Fix an issue where taking photos of the monkey poster in Sukhothai did not remove their in-world marker. Fix an issue where cogwheel markers not appear if players purchase the map information pamphlet after a certain point in Sukhothai. Yeah, they work, folks. These developers, they work, man. See, where was I at before? See, where was I at? Okay, it says fix an issue where the main Sukhothai map could not be lost. Could be lost if you put it down after inspecting instead of collecting it. Fix an issue where Gina would not leave the Watsai Seiwai if you left the temple while she was talking with Aaron. What's this? Where was I at? It says here, fix an issue that could prevent the desk drawer being open in the poker tent in Gaza. Fix an issue where Gina could open the cavern door in Iraq by herself, leaving the cavern being empty of all enemies. Add additional voice lines to help the player understand that they should run away from the Nephilim in the dream sequence in the Sukhothai rather than fight. It says here, fix an issue where players could not pick up the priest's outfit from Antonio if they tried to do it too quickly. Yeah. And it says fix an issue that prevent players from getting into the boat in the escape from the hotel sequence in Sukhothai if they push the interact button too many times. Fix an issue where players could spawn inside the ground when revisiting Sukhothai. Fix an issue where the last objective of a mission was still displayed on the HUD after all adventure and fieldworks were completed in a level. Fix an issue where the World of Knowledge quest could complete when arriving outside Vaitition for the first time. In the Marshall College, we increased the visibility, the outlines of the cat, mummy photo, and the gramophone record in Indie office from further away. Yeah, you need DLCs and expansions to build games now. Okay, so communication is big in video games. Now, let's see what the audio list look like. See if I can get this audio list. Then it says fix an issue where Indy would repeat its line about the yeek in the water, whatever surface from a dive in Sukhothai. Fix an issue where the Indy would repeat dialogue about Voss gold stash in Sukhothai. Well, you're not bribing anyone with this, Voss, long after having completed the mission. Fix an issue where Gina would repeat her lines from the ambush. That was too late, that was too close, while you were in the boat. Please note this will unfortunately not correct the issue for players who are currently experiencing the bug, but it will prevent it from happening again. Improvement to combat and stealth music transition to make them more seamless. Add sounds for heavyweight enemies breaking out of a clinch. Raise the volume of the enemy mounted machine gun in Sukhothai. Hotel shootouts. And then it says correct the sound type when walking on the boat near the forestal camp in Peru. Fix Anika's Lun effort voice in Sukhothai when she's traversing objects. Update Indy's effort voice when sliding. Add sounds for when Indy pushes the dragon statue at the fountain sacrament. Fix Indy's repeating the same VO line when picking up recipe note in Borgia Tower. Fix an issue where environmental sounds disappear or were incorrect in several locations in the vacation in Sukhothai. Fix an issue where voice reaction to getting hit from a dart in Peru would get cut off permanently. And let's see, add voice lines when photographing the sewer bridge and Great Tower and Hall in Vaitition. Stop Indy from repeating his voice lines when returning to speak to Aaron or when canceling your interaction with prayers wheels in Sukhothai. The music during the game load sequence is now affected by overall volume settings. Yeah, I'm almost done here. These updates are getting smaller now. Now for the small ones. Stability. Fix a freeze that could occur when skipping the credits at the end of the game shortly after loading a save. Fix several crashes that could occur in very specific circumstances in the following states: while writing out a save game, while picking up interacting with objects, when updating hints while using Indie camera, after updating gamepad, binding and then moving to a new location, when inspecting Laura journals in Voss office, in Gaza in certain user interface state. Now for PC PC specific fixes. And then it says fixing issues that could cause the game to crash at startup with some graphics card. Fix issues and improvements have been made to environments like to present a more natural appearance when path tracing is enabled. Fix an issue where NVIDIA low latency mode would cause inconsistent frame rates. Fix an issue where NVIDIA frame generation became disabled when HDR was toggled on. Fix an issue could prevent Xbox cloud saves from being loaded on the Steam release of the game. Fix an issue where games did not render correctly if using Dlss at 3440 by 1440 resolution in widescreen picture farming. Fix an issue where players could be partially control locked when opening and closing the game bar overlay. Fix an issue where Indy's hair was missing in reflection when using the path tracing. Fix some issues with light leaks underground location in Gaza when path tracing is enabled. Yeah, you guys should see. You should see. I think Dota 2 update list. That list is like 3 times the size of this. Anyway, says here Xbox specifics. Fix an issue where some lamps and light source would flicker or turn off depending on viewing the angle. And last but not least, localization. Then it says many text correct and updates to menu text subtitle across all language. Various fixes to voiceovers localization in many language. Fix some errors on stone tablets inscription in Gaza and in Marshall College. Fix some errors in the streets and stop signage in Shanghai. And that is that for the updates. Now it says Indiana Jones Great Circle. Update 3 is now live across PC, Xbox Series X, NS, console and Game Pass platform. The studio also is working on a PlayStation 5 version that's slated to release sometime in 2025. Yeah, in today's gaming world now, communication is big. So when you see people yelling and screaming about video games, don't listen to that. You need to ask them, are you talking to the developers about what updates need to be fixed? Because that's where we are in video games now, communication. Why? Because we got email, we got phones, we got emails, we got podcasts, we got video conferencing, we got blogs. It's all about communication, man. Look, Starfield's update list was bigger than this. Starfield update list was huge, but Dota 2, oh my, that's like three of Starfield updates and then some. Yeah, it's that big. So yeah, it's all about communication, man. So communication is big in video games now. You know, you can't be be out there like just throwing tantrums and then thinking that solves anything. You got to talk to developers now. You know, that's why I wish Crystal Dynamics would have stayed and fixed the Avengers. You know, instead of running from it. You know, they should have stayed and fixed it. Anyway, what's the other article here? Let's see here. NVIDIA DLSS 4 lands in 3 weeks. Lands in three games this week. Delta Force, Black Hawk Down. I'm gonna leave the video for that. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Yep. And Marvel Rivals Season 1. And what they got here? Let's see what they got here. It says hundreds of games are now equipped with RTX technology for NVIDIA DLSS, NVIDIA Reflex, and ray tracing in many forms. However, every week that list seems to grow following the release of DLSS 4 with its upgraded multi-generation technology. This week sees NVIDIA rolls out support for DLSS 4 and Delta Force, Black Hawk Down, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Marvel Rivals. Additionally, DLSS Super Resolution and DLSS Frame Generation will be available at launch for The Legend of Myr or Wymer, or Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza, Hawaii, and Lost Record, and Bloom in Rage. And then it says the classic And what else? And yeah, that is that. So I will leave all the trailers in the description box. So you guys, you're good. You and your news, you and your deals, you and your updates. So you guys are good, man. So keep you guys in the loop. But in today's video game world, though, it's all about communication now. You know, all that yelling and stuff, and you think just because you yell and scream, that don't mean you're always right. You know, you gotta talk to developers now. I saw that with Rare Studios. I saw that with Rare Studios. You know, when it came to Sea of Thieves, they were talking to to their user base. The user base was talking to them, and it was a back and forth thing, like this. Updates and expansion and DLCs was rolling in like this, just off communication. So communication is big. So think of all the games that came out. Redfall. They needed communication to fix that. The Avengers needed communication to fix that. Anthem needed communication to fix that. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. You need communication to fix that. So yeah, you know, you got to talk to developers now, you know, because developers can't hide anymore. They can't hide anymore. Social media exposed them, so they have to talk to the users have to talk to them, and the users got to send the feedbacks, and then the developers got to respond. You know, even when Starfield came out, you know, you need communication to fix that game. You know, see all those people that was throwing tantrums on the internet, they need to communicate better with developers, because you need DLCs and expansions now to build video games now, and you have to talk to developers now. So the gamers have to do their part, and the developers have to do their part. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy it. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal, Star Wars, Star Trek thing, Port, Tartak. I'm gone. Peace.